Alright, so I'm currently watching Arrow. This is like the first time I've had to actually do this. And I'm like 2 weeks behind on this episode because I don't review the show outside of my special reviews. But this is one of those very special videos for people who just found my channel. Um, Man, that's insane. The brother line, that was messed up. But this whole segment is crazy. So I'm like 2 weeks behind. I knew what this episode was. I know, the most recent episode is Oliver kind of doing his thing solo because everybody kind of took off. And I was like, okay, this should be cool. We get to see like Oliver versus Diggle. That should be interesting. And, a while back, I was like, all right, if something special comes up from one of the shows I'm watching, something just super crazy comes up, and I just feel like I got to talk about it, I'm gonna do it. So that's this, and I guess it's good that I'm like a little bit behind because I would have been spoiling like the whole thing for everybody. But this was a crazy moment, like this little scene here, and it was just like, man, how is this gonna play out? Everything seemed cool. It's like Oliver apologized, and Diggle needed to figure out what was going on, like why he was so upset still, and it's because he was upset with Oliver. And then they go through this back and forth where it's like, I feel like a lot of the Diggle's like, a lot of the issues that we're coming across are because of you as kind of this selfish leader who alienates everybody, and the decisions that you make, you being Green Arrow is for you. And then that was like, I feel like a straight minute of him doing that. And then Oliver kind of flipped it on and was like, Diaz being here was when you were Green Arrow. Like that's you bought drugs from him, you funded him doing what he's doing right now. And that's when they got to like that back and forth. And then it got down to the trail of bodies, and it was just like the whole time I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is getting like super freaking intense. Man, it's just a crazy little thing. I don't really know what else to say about this. I haven't even finished the episode, by the way. Like, I stopped as soon as that went to commercial after they fell over the screens. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna make this video to randomly talk about it, even though it's totally pointless. I don't even have much else to say. It was just so insane. I was just like, I need to like sit down and just talk about it because the rest of the episode has been cool so far. Little stuff here and there, things that don't really matter to me compared to Oliver. It's the guys, the two guys, and that was something. And like I said, I haven't even gotten into like the rest of the fight, which I know like Diggle gets pushed through one of the cases and stuff, so I'm sure they just both get beat up like crazy. But that was nuts. Like, just it was a great scene too, because we never see like Oliver or Diggle like get like, we see Oliver do it more because he was just he's just normally mad, but Diggle is just like kind of across the board super plain emotionally speaking. Like, he has his very rare moments like with his brother when he was upset and angry, but we never see Diggle angry, and he was super mad. He was like normal mad when people get like angry and they start crying and stuff. That's what was happening. And then of course Oliver hit him with like my trail of dead bodies after Diggle throws the dead wife or dead ex-girlfriend at him, the mother of his child. And Oliver, he does like the slow, he's like, let me contemplate a response. And then he gets up, like he was leaning the whole time. They were like all the way across from each other. And then he's like, time for my ultimate trump card here. And then he slowly gets up and walks right to his face. It's like, my trail of bodies doesn't include my own brother. And of course, that was kind of that was it. That was it. But I had to talk about this. This is super random non sequitur video for anyone who randomly just found my channel through this video. I do reviews for the show, but only season premiere, mid-season finale, and premiere, and then the season finale is when I'll be back to do like a full review and kind of go through all the extra crap. So for anyone wondering why I'm just randomly talking about this and you won't find any other Arrow videos, it's because I stopped doing that like at the beginning of this year. So that's why like you won't find any recent Arrow stuff. It's all from the first half of this season was when I was doing every episode, and previous seasons too, for whatever reason you want to go backwards. But I just had to talk about this very specific moment, like just those couple of minutes really hit me, and I was just like, man, I have not seen, oddly enough, it hasn't been that long because the last season of Arrow was actually insanely great, and the season finale with them on the boat, that was a really great moment as far as like just tension with dialogue, because you don't really know how it's about to play out. Even though I knew how this was going to play out, it was curious to see that build up and be like, this is all those times Diggle was kind of like, I think we should do this, and normal stuff that happens where you have all these little moments where it's like subconsciously it's there, but consciously it's like, oh, that's just one tiny little thing in this grand scope of us literally saving lives and stuff like that. And then it kind of was just like, I get it now. Like he finally clicked for him, which I know how that feeling goes. So I'm finally just clicking too late. But it's like, it was just interesting. And like I said, I'm excited to get into the second half of this fight, but that was just crazy. So I wanted to make this random video, even though the episode is 2 weeks old now. Yeah, almost 3 weeks old, going into this week. So I would love to know how you guys felt about that argument. Like, not even the actual fight. You can talk about the fight too, but just the dialogue leading up to the fight. Like, who do you think was more in the wrong? Because in all honesty, it's so hard to say. It's like they kind of broke even a little bit with with it being like the mother of Oliver's child, even though they weren't, that was like his former girlfriend, so they aren't really attached like that. They weren't attached even when she passed away, but it's still that concept of how that ties into his own son. And then with Diggle, I don't know, like it was almost more personal because he dealt with his brother who he thought was already dead, and then he was alive again, and then he had to kill him. So I don't know who was worse. I feel like Oliver was like a little bit worse because admittedly, I felt like Diggle was right in the beginning where he's bringing up all this stuff, but Oliver had the great comebacks where he's like, "You were right there," and he's like, "You're right there next to me," which is kind of made me laugh. But it was like he was right there. But there are a lot of times I remember in the episodes where Diggle is like, maybe we should probably do, like there have been a ton of times where other people have said, maybe we should probably not beat this person up, or maybe we should do this and do this instead. And Oliver doesn't really listen. So, ultimately, I think I got to side with Diggle because it's kind of been true. The alienation stuff is definitely accurate. And, just the back and forth, the Trail of Body stuff it was just a crazy fight. But I wanted to do this random video because that was just worth talking about. Like, I don't know, it was just that one scene. Like, there have been episodes of other shows where I'm like, I had to fight myself not to just review the whole freaking episode because some stuff has been good. Just throwing out Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has been insane this season. Like, I should have been reviewing that every episode, but I was just like, I gotta fight myself on it. But yeah, this was just like, I was just laying down. I was just like, like I was just losing my mind, like this little argument that they were having. But we'll love to know how it made you guys feel because I thought it was nuts. So it was just like, and like I said, I haven't even gotten to them actually fighting. That was just the conversation where they were mad at each other, leading to the actual punches and them, jumping over the computer screens. But it was crazy. So thanks for checking this super random video out about an episode that's almost 3 weeks old at this point. But like I said, if you're interested, at least I would love to know how you guys felt about seeing that conflict actually take place between the characters, because I think it's been a long time coming. Like, they've had their confrontations here and there, something's happening personal with Diggle or with Oliver. That's how they always have their their little spats. It's always this other thing that makes tension within the team. But this was like each other, well, specifically Oliver making tension kind of because of his choices and how he's done certain things, and then Oliver being able to have very immediate comebacks, because typically if this was like any other season, he wouldn't have any of that stuff on Diggle. This is like the first time Diggle's ever really had that issue where it's like he's actually a problem for the team. So it's kind of interesting. It's like, he's got some, Diggle's got like the distance, but Oliver's got like the immediate stuff. Like, he literally could, like he said, it's like you literally help fund what he's doing right now. Probably not the whole thing, but technically true. It's just crazy little stuff. So great fight. We'd love to know what you guys thought about it. So please put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.